Welcome to the party. It's your watch time friend. If you're seeing me, if you're listening, then it's time to watch something. Ooh, something. Ooh. What's up, guys? It's your girl D, and this is Watch Time Friends, where you watch stuff with me, your friend D, because my other friends don't like me enough to do it. Today, we are watching Attack on Titan Season 3. This is episodes 19 and 20. The craziest stuff just happened, okay? We went against the Beast Titan and his goons, and most of our people died, but we actually ended up getting to him. Levi did almost finished him off, except there was that other intelligent Titan. What do they call it? Quadruped Titan? Something like that. We did defeat Bertolt. Armin basically sacrificed himself for this plan he came up with for him and Eren to defeat Bertolt. It worked, and Armin got burnt to a crisp, but we had that injection. We had to choose between saving Erwin and saving Armin. Levi chose Armin to become the Titan that would eat Bertolt. So now we have Bertolt's power, and Armin is still alive, and Hanji is officially in charge. And not only that, you guys, this episode is called The Basement. This could be the episode we've been waiting for, where we finally go to the cellar. And if this is the episode, all I'm saying is there better be something in that gosh dang cellar. Because what could possibly be worse than Erwin dying, never being able to see the cellar, is him dying, never being able to see the cellar and regretting not seeing the cellar, and there's nothing there. That would actually be worse. That would totally be worse. That would be worse. His whole dream, the thing that he was living his life at the end a little bit, wanting to do, amounted to nothing. And he has no idea. That would be worse. So please, at least let there be something down there. Let us find out something. Also, why does Blonde Man know Eren's dad? What is the story of Eren's dad? Did he come from the community that is full of wherever they're from? Like, is he from them? Or did he visit them as a doctor? You know, as his time, well, he was a doctor before, but I'm saying, like, after he joined humanity, did he visit them as a doctor, or does he know them from before he came to humanity? Who is he to them? I have questions. I have so many questions. I don't know. I mean, I have questions. What's new? But yeah. Also, how is Armin gonna feel about being a Titan? Is he gonna be like... I always felt it was weird that Eren never questioned himself being a Titan, which is the thing that he vowed to destroy. Like, he just didn't question it at all and was okay with it. But like, how usually there's some sort of like monologue or thought about the fact that you've become this exact thing that you vowed to destroy. I mean, like, is that not like, do you not feel weird about that? But maybe not, because he could control it and he could choose, I guess, which side he wanted to be on. It's not like you vowed to kill vampires and then a vampire bit you, you became a vampire, and now you can't control your bloodlust and you actually have no control over it and you have to kill people and it is what it is. And now, you know what I mean? Like, he, as a Titan, could control if he wanted to eat people or not. I'm really feeling like maybe the Titans that do eat people are like, I don't know. Obviously, it's an instinctual thing of a Titan, I think. I think the only time you can control it is if you're like a higher Titan, like Eren, Annie, And then, like, you have to eat another Titan to become a higher Titan, is what I'm just gonna call it for now. Because when Eren first turned, he was a regular Titan. When Armin first turned, he was a regular Titan. When Ymir turned, she was a regular Titan and didn't change back until she ate somebody. But that somebody was with Bertolt and Reiner, so who's to say that he wasn't secretly a human that could turn into a Titan as well? I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns, and it's been too long, this intro, so I'm not gonna hold y'all up. Let's watch something.
We need to take cover!
It hurts. It hurts so badly.
What the?
Bertolt.
So badly.
Oh.
Wait, are you? Oh, Sasha. You're in horrible shape. What happened to you?
I think she was impaled
You're up!
by Ruth. Do you remember being burnt really badly?
Armin, I'm so glad you're back.
Maybe not.
About time. I saw Bertolt transform. But then, everything gets kind of blurry. Is everyone okay?
Define everyone.
The memory was just about wiped out. Tell him everything.
We won. But of the scout regiment, there are only 9 soldiers left alive.
Jeez.
Of us, we resealed Shiganshina's gate, securing Wilmaria. Reina and the Beast Titan escaped, along with the quadruped. You managed to capture Bertolt. And then, with both the commander and me wounded, you had to choose which of us to give the injection to. And you did. I transformed into a Titan and killed Bertolt. I ate him.
I mean, don't feel bad about that because he was gonna die either way. You feel me? So, you know.
Why'd you pick me?
Good question.
How you look at it, Commander Ervin's the one humanity needed the most.
Your friends here argue that you were the one we needed to revive. And when I disagreed, they staged a little mutiny. Thing is, I was the one who chose to revive you in the end.
True.
Or no.
Oh.
It's more like I chose this to be the place where Erwin died.
How could letting Erwin die be the right thing to do? If he's gone, how will we go on?
You're right, Armin. I believe it should have been used on Erwin too.
Well, dang.
To be brutally honest... Never mind. It's a shame we had to choose in the first place. Erwin told Levi to use the syringe as he thought best. And Levi chose to use it on you. Erwin's life and the power of a Titan both rest on your shoulders. No matter what anyone says, that's the truth. It's part of who you are now. Accept it.
So does this mean that I need to become Erwin's replacement?
No, don't go that far.
Wait.
Right?
I can't.
Hanji's his replacement.
Don't misunderstand us. There's no chance in hell that you could replace Erwin. Your self-doubt aside, you have a strength within you that no one else can claim. Don't let any of us regret this.
Yeah, you just keep doing what you were doing before. Using that brain of yours. And now that you're a Titan, you could also be muscle. So, you know, best of both worlds. Also, can we get this girl some medical attention? And maybe get her some food too, so that'll probably cheer her up.
Now that we know Armin's all right, let's check out that cellar. Eren, Mikasa, you two can come guide me and Levi. Eren, do you still have the key?
I do. Let's do this.
Eren,
Alright.
I'll let you in on what I've been doing in the cellar. Intel suggests that the cellar of Jaeger's home in Shiganshina holds a vital secret regarding our enemy. We will form an expedition to find this secret. With that achieved, we may finally be able to break free from the Titans and bring an end to their 100-year reign.
Alright. Don't stress me out, okay? Let's just get there without any hiccups, please.
Take us to your house.
Yeah, Right.
Oh, I didn't know what that was. Oh my gosh. They sure are dragging this out, aren't they? Is it still covered? Oh, dang. Not the shoes. What are we doing? He's just slowly clearing debris? Oh.
This is it. The stairs to the cellar are beneath this door.
Why don't we just have Aaron turn into a Titan and move all the heavy stuff?
Do it, Aaron.
Right.
You okay?
What's wrong? The key doesn't go to this door.
What?
Step aside. I'll open it.
Okay.
That'll do it.
Okay.
It almost feels like a laboratory down here.
But did he have a different cellar that the key goes to? Or does the key go to something inside the cellar?
This looks like a normal doctor's study, as I'm sure your father intended.
Right.
If you want to hide something from the interior police, you want to be sure not to give them any leads.
Another floor?
Thanks for the drink, Mikasa. Looks like another all-nighter.
Aaron, I found a keyhole.
Okay.
That got it. It's empty?
There's a false bottom.
What is it?
If what we're looking for exists, then we found it.
What is it? Please open the book. Carefully. You don't know how old it is. Open the book.
Then Erwin raised his hand and asked the strangest question. How can we be sure there aren't other humans living far away from the walls? His thinking was that since we'd never been able to search freely beyond the walls, we had no way of confirming that the rest of humanity had been wiped out by Titans completely.
If our history books would claim to be unbiased, the phrasing should be, it's believed that the rest of mankind was killed. This was a deliberate choice they made. These books, they're commissioned and issued by the royal government itself. Get it? Their intent is to make us believe we're the only humans left.
Back then I made fun of his theory, but he may have been right.
If he is, you'll
May have.
apologize to him.
Well,
Look there. If our heroes are going to return, it should be soon.
But the scouts came back a moment ago. They did it! They reclaimed Walmaria!
how y'all gonna feel about it only being 9 of us? But you didn't open the book, it's just a picture. Who is in the picture?
Is this a painting?
No.
It's a photo.
It's far too detailed to have been drawn by a human hand.
Hey, there's writing on the back.
It was made by gathering the light reflected off the subject and burning it into an image on special paper.
Where I'm from, there are many amazing technologies like this. Mankind isn't gone. Beyond the walls, countless humans live in comfortable refinement. I pray the person who finds this book will be a fellow patriot.
Is this the end of the episode? What? So, when the king put up walls, he wiped their memories and took them back to Not necessarily the Stone Age, but a world without technology. But I mean, how much technology could he have had? That picture was in black and white.
Hurry, Faye! If we're not fast, we'll miss it!
Wait up, Grisha!
Don't forget again. You can't go outside without your armbands.
Oh, my.
Grisha, you mustn't go past the walls for any reason.
Don't worry, Mom. We'll be good.
Yeah, we'll see you later, okay?
Not the armband.
This way. Come on.
Oh, it's leaving. When I'm rich someday, I want to ride in an airship that looks exactly like that one. I wonder what all we could see from up there. There it goes.
Don't do it.
Wait! Where are we going?
My teacher told me something. He said the airships landed a place nearby.
Oh.
Come and watch.
Really? But Mom said we shouldn't leave the walls no matter what.
It'll be fine. We'll just be gone for a minute. Be right back, sir.
Hey! Stop right there! The fateful day that I, just a naive youth, was made to face the truth of this world.
Aw, man. I'm not really sure what to say. I just guess. I wonder if they're gonna say the year that, if he's gonna say the year he was living in. Although it doesn't seem, I don't know. I guess I can't equate it to today's world. You know, this is a different universe entirely. But, I mean, what the first time Beast Titan came through, right? It was supposed to be like the year 845 or something like that. But the only thing is, I'm thinking like, they were saying that Titans ruled the walls for 100 years. So, what does that mean? You know? Does that mean that humanity inside the walls resurrected 840 something years ago, and then 700 years into it, the Titans became a problem? Or is somebody lying about the year? You know what I mean? And they just made that number up? And maybe the world is actually inside the walls is only 100 years old? I don't know. And outside the walls is much older? I don't know. There's too many questions. I don't necessarily know if any of that is gonna get told to us. But I am interested to see how far along was technology in Grisha's world, and what caused him to, we might not find this out either, but what caused him to be possibly ousted from wherever he was from and end up at humanity's walls with not much memory. Yeah, the armbands made me a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie, but it doesn't seem like they are, it doesn't seem like the situation I thought that it could have been in. So, I don't know. I'm also interested to see if he found out some truth about humanity that day. What exactly did he see? Did he see skylines? Skyscrapers? That'd be crazy. Imagine you finally get to where the place lands and it's New York City. New York City 2025. That would be insane. Probably not though. Interesting. I'm also interested to see how far away is this supposed place that Grisha is from. How far away is this from where humanity is? Because all that searching and hunting and protecting that the scouts did, and they've never seen any of this. So either they didn't go that far, or this place is real far, or maybe multiple places. I don't know. Anyways, let's see what we find out. Says, yeah, I'm intrigued, real intrigued. Cars, okay, makes sense. They had cameras.
The day that I, just a naive youth, was made to face the truth of this world.
What? Did you guys now have cars?
Move it, you vermin!
You can't get away from these devil bloods.
Damn Eldians are crawling around as they please now.
I'm sorry?
It's all right, Faye. We've heard worse before. It should be just past that hill.
Never mind. Maybe they are in the situation I thought they were. Okay.
So big.
Are you kids here to look at the airship too?
Hey.
You're from the Liberio internment zone? Let's see your exit permit.
We don't have one.
If you entered the city without permission, then you need to be punished.
Yes, sir.
Hard labor or a quick beating?
How long does the hard labor last?
Oh, because you don't want to trouble your parents, right?
My sister didn't want to come, but I dragged her with me. Please allow me to take her punishment too.
Very well.
Jeez.
Come on, dear. Let's get you back home.
Well, hey, whoa. Please escort me back with my sister, please.
Two to leave your armbands on.
It was.
Kids or not, Eldians who take theirs off get a one-way trip to paradise.
What does that mean?
Sorry. I'll go back home now.
Wait. You came to see the airship, right? You may as well do it while you can.
Are you even the one in charge here? Let me find out you just beat him up and you're a regular civilian.
Was found on the banks of the river.
I showed the girl to the gates of Liberio, and then I went on my way. I was busy with work, you see. I find it disturbing that your son doesn't know what it means to be of his bloodline. I mean, you have been teaching him so that he can feel the weight of your ancestors' sins now, haven't you?
I couldn't prove it, but I knew that man from Marley Public Security was lying through his teeth. We had stumbled upon him while he was slacking off on the riverbank. How busy could he have been, but father?
Please allow me to thank you for your guidance, sir. I assure you, I'll heed it and teach my foolish son to know better.
He demeaned himself to this man. I began to hate that Marleyan and my father. I cursed my own foolishness.
1,820 years ago, our ancestor Ymir Fritz made a contract with the devil of all earth and obtained the power of the Titans. Upon her death, Ymir's spirit was split into the 9 Titans. These Titans defeated the great nation of Marley and conquered the continent for themselves under the name of the Eldian Empire. The subjects of Ymir deemed all the other races inferior to their own and violently oppressed them. They stole wealth and land, forced other people to bear their children, and wiped out some bloodlines entirely. This ethnic cleansing continued for around 1,700 years. But the fallen nation of Marley planned to use Eldia's arrogance to bring it down from within, and it worked. Marley brought 7 of the 9 Titans under its control and used them to win the Great Titan War just 80 years ago.
80?
The Eldian king at the time erected 3 walls on the island.
That's it?
And he fled there along with a great many of his people. Our ancestors were abandoned and left behind on the mainland, but despite our history, the gracious people of Marley let us live and stay on their land.
My father was talkative for someone who had just lost his daughter. As he stood there, shaming his forebears.
I mean, that's pretty awful.
Oppressors. He looked just like a whipped dog.
But is it true, though?
The officer was telling lies.
The walls of this house are paper thin.
Know what? He probably took Faye and killed
Silence! Our ancestors were heinous sinners, understand? They committed genocide against all other races.
Faye and I didn't do anything like that! We were just walking outside!
Why are you so eager to get us all shipped away?
Shipped away to where?
We ourselves did nothing. But to those who have been victimized for generations, you and I are devils nonetheless. We should count ourselves lucky that they let us live quiet, humble lives here in the internment zone. Please don't force the rest of this family to meet the same fate as Faye.
I understand.
I was ignorant and foolish. The world was twisted and maddeningly unfair. I discovered my own path in life when I was 18 years old. It was around the time I was to take over my father's clinic.
What's that scar on your shoulder?
This is what marks me as a patriot. Your sister was killed by a Marleyan public security officer. That's a verified fact from our informant in the government.
Okay.
Some things that you need to hear.
Where did you come from?
How could they do that?
When I learned the truth of my sister's death,
Oh boy.
I swore to myself I'd show these Marleyans who the real devils were. I saw that my ancestors' so-called sins were justified. That to set the world right as it had been, Eldia would have to be restored. Our informant within the Marleyan government was called the Owl. He led the restorationists without ever showing himself.
That is suspicious, though.
Ymir awakened the power of the Titans and used it to tame the wilderness, carve out roads, and to make bridges to span the mountains. She didn't oppress other people, she helped them to prosper.
History we were taught as children was just a hoax.
There are people holding up that bridge.
How do you read this ancient language?
Oh no, I haven't deciphered much of the writing at all yet.
Then how do you know that all this is true?
Huh? Because it's obvious just from looking. And because I believe in our founder Ymir with all of my heart.
Okay.
Blood, we're God's children.
Now who about to bust through that door?
The Owl sent us a new ally.
It's good to meet you.
Dina.
I am here as a descendant of the royal family, the last on this continent, Dinah Fritz.
Dinah was all that remained of a branch of the royal family that refused to flee the continent. She taught us secrets about the Titans that only royalty had known before. The king brought the founding Titans' power into the walls. If we take that power, then we can control all other Titans and crush Marley once and for all!
But wait, if the king was able to wield such an absolute power, then why'd he run away in the first place?
That's simple. It's because he refused to fight. In the midst of the Great Titan War, the 145th king forsook his duty to restore order on the continent and moved his capital to a distant island. All our pain.
Is that where humanity is?
It can all be traced to the moment our king renounced conflict.
Let's fight again. The true royal family stayed right here on the continent and held their ground for Eldia. It's time we brought the founding Titan back to them. Against its power, Marley will crumble. We'll restore Eldia and live proudly once more!
You alright?
The next year, the two of us married.
Oh.
And were blessed with a son. His name was Zeke.
Don't tell me that's the guy.
There's no doubt in my heart that someday he'll lead his people to victory. Years pass by, and people change. As the world around us rapidly advanced, a turning point came for the restorationists.
Listen up, you Eldians! We'll soon begin recruiting new...
The Marleyan government required subjects of Ymir to become Marleyan warriors, capable of serving as vessels for the 9 Titans. We've received a new message from the Owl. He says the reason Marley's making these moves is to prepare for an anticipated struggle over resources, as military technology keeps advancing. Marley currently leads the world using the power of its 7 Titans, but they may soon grow obsolete. An enormous cache of fossil fuel lies beneath Paradis. Marley can't afford to let it lie unused. But 80 years ago, the King of the Walls left behind this warning. If you ever interfere with our affairs, the millions upon millions of Titans sleeping within the walls will flatten the entire world. As long as he can...
I'm sorry, you said millions?
Dare to confront him, at least not directly. So, the Marleyan government has the same objective as we do. They'll try to infiltrate Paradis, and then seize the founding Titan for themselves.
With things as they are, yeah, Marley will get it before us.
If they actually do it, we'll lose any chance we had of bringing Eldia back.
It's bad, but we still have a path forward. I'll send my son, Zeke, to become a Marleyan warrior.
Wait a second.
Almost everything that you've been told by the Marleyans was wrong, but you have to obey their every order, and you have to do it better and faster than anyone else around you.
All of us here are counting on you to save Eldia from disgrace.
Okay, I understand.
But I should have known what a wretched sin it is to impose your beliefs on your children. I saw him as a child of royal blood, as Eldia's greatest hope.
Wait.
See him as Zeke.
So he's from the advanced part of the...
Chose to protect himself, as well as his by turning foolish parents to Marley Public Security.
Wow.
Here we are.
So this is paradise.
That's right. This is Marley's penal colony for you Eldians.
Is this the same place that Ymir got pushed off of?
And on this island, once you become a pure Titan.
Answer me! Who is the owl?
Please, no.
He doesn't know.
I don't know. I told you everything. Please just
I'm
stop.
disappointed to hear that. We'll do another then.
I met you once before, when I was just a child.
You still remember that?
Yeah, I could never forget it. Not after what you two did.
Please, sir, just kill me now. I can't.
Shut up and keep walking.
Please don't make me a monster.
Wait, Grice?
Why in the world would Zeke decide to betray us? Isn't he your son? Entrusting everything to you was the stupidest thing I ever did. We're finished because of you.
I'm so sorry.
Why did we put all our hopes behind a naive fool like you?
Oh, you could have did better?
Like we've got a lively one. You're free to go.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Guys, no!
Oh.
Guys, hang in there!
Run straight north. If you're fast enough, there's a chance you'll make it to the wall.
They didn't change him.
We do this to be sure the Titans we make leave the area. They'll chase him for a good while. But they always catch him in the end.
That's the bastard who killed my sister.
Well, we've got a whole bunch to turn this time, so let's get a move on.
Oh, wow.
You can't.
Oh, wow.
No!
Dang.
Guys, please, you can't! You have to stop it! It's Grice!
Turn
Don't
in
you remember
already
him?
before my ears start bleeding.
I'd like to interrogate this one a bit further. You can continue without me.
Oh, this one's a woman. If only you weren't a devil.
No.
Dinah?
Oh, man.
Why'd they bring you here? I told them every last thing there was to know! This woman's of royal blood!
Shut your mouth! Good grief. He'd have shut up ages ago if you'd just turned him.
Grisha, I promise. No matter what form I might take, I swear I'll come find you.
Well, isn't that romantic? I'm sure you'll make a great tight couple.
No! Dinah!
Hello? Hello? Hello?
What was that? Who am I? Just calm down. You're still in the stockades. You and Mikasa, because of your insubordination.
Maybe he can see all that because he ate his dad. So, like, deep down, he still has his memories?
That was no dream. It was real. I was somehow reliving my dad's memories. That Titan. It was you.
Poor Dinah.
Oh, look at that! Your woman's forgotten all about you. I guess she fancies that Grice fellow more now, eh?
Oh?
Shut up. It was you. 15 years ago, you fed my 8-year-old sister to your dogs! It was you!
If you finished your interrogation, I'd like to see this one dance. I remember you too now, son. So I'm gonna let you go out in a special way. We'll turn this guy into a 3 to 4 meter Titan. Then the two of you can fight.
Why do something like that? Do you get some sick pleasure out of watching people get eaten alive?
I just find it interesting. The fact is, most people want to see cruelty. Don't get me wrong, I think peace is a wonderful thing, but something about it just feels lacking. We've pushed death out of sight and mind. Now that's no way to live. Death is always near in nature. And some might think me abnormal for investigating such things. But to them I'd say I faced this cruel world head on. And because I bothered to deepen my understanding of death, I can accept it when my time comes. See, it's about education. My boys learned from watching their dogs eat your sister.
Do you not feel any remorse?
Well, I guess I get what you mean. If something that horrible were to happen to one of my children, my heart would break, no question. You poor devils. It's a shame you had to be born Eldian. Look, that is your people's true form. All it takes is some Titan spinal fluid, and any one of you will turn into a man-eating monster.
That's what
The
that
whole of
is.
humanity would feel
It's
safer
spinal
if the Eldians would
fluid.
just disappear. We wish we could eradicate you from this world.
So what you're saying is we can make more.
Sleeping at night, because I'm not really killing humans. If you had restored Eldia, you'd be butchering us Marlians right now. Where's your remorse, you murderous devil?
You're lying. You've always lied, but I know the truth.
There's a lot.
You helped this continent to prosper.
Yeah, I've heard it before.
No!
Say, since your history's so
Damn it,
wonderful,
let me
why don't
go!
you share it with your friend
Go,
down there?
go! You can't do this to me! I'm a human being!
Ooh, hear that? Your sister's calling for you.
Oh, I thought he was gonna pull him. But you know what? Oh, he pushed? Oh! Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's rough. Oh, boy. You're not gonna like what happens next.
So, is it as interesting as he said it was?
Wait, why'd you do that?
Because I'm the Owl, Grisha. Watch closely, and don't forget, this is how we of the Nine use our power.
Who was undercover? This whole time? Golly! Wait, no, This was a lot. This was a whole lot. So there were like 9 Titans or something. And I'm trying to piece this together. There are like 9 Titans or something. And then they oppressed other people to like do stuff for them and stuff. And the Eldians or something. And then they oppressed the Marlians or something. And then the Marlians defeated them and told them this bogus history, sort of. Maybe so as not to, I don't know, empower them or something. I don't know. And Zeke, I mean, sir, is he still fighting as a Marlian? Did him and Reina and Bertolt and all those other Titans did they all come from that other place? And humanity is now on this island? And so I can't remember now, even though it's only been a little bit, but I can't remember if they injected Grisha with anything. So far, I don't think they have, but maybe they do. Maybe the guy does. I don't know what he's about to do with this boat. That's kind of interesting that he was like undercover for all this time. They say it's been like 15 years since the first time he's seen Grisha. Maybe he trusted him because obviously he was the one feeding them information this whole time, and not that Grisha really could, but he didn't tell them. Well, he said he told them everything, so I guess it's a good thing this owl guy didn't, expose his identity, because he would have been found out. But I don't know what he's about to do next. I'm assuming that he's gonna still turn Grisha into a Titan and then have him eat a different Titan, and that's how he becomes like an evolved Titan, from like the type of Titan that we saw him be when he ate Historia's sister, whose name escapes me at this moment. But like when he did that, he was not like a rabid Titan. He was, So I don't know. This is so interesting. Okay. It's just crazy because we've been wanting to know what the heck is going on, and I feel like we just got like they just were like, you've been wanting to know, shut up, and then they just gave it all to us, and it's a lot, and I'm trying to process, because within that whole story, it's like, this is the story that we were told, but this is a lie, this is the real story. So it's like somebody just cut the BS. Just tell me exactly what's going on. And then Zeke's like, you guys. Okay. So the power of the 9th Titan who refused to fight was the one that, was, what did they call it? Compulsion? Yeah, I always forget what it is. So maybe Zeke is still fighting for the Marleyans, and all this time he was just waiting to grow up and thwart the plans of, what they call it? Perdea? To, I don't know, take back their land or whatever. Except none of them had any idea what you guys were talking about. It's still also a mystery why it is. Okay, so I don't know exactly how much wall there is, but is there enough wall for there to be millions of Titans inside of them? I'm not sure about that, but maybe that was a bluff of his. Like the king was bluffing, and he's like, they don't know how many Titans are in the wall. I'ma say it's millions. Like multiple millions, multiples. So they won't come after me because I'm just not about the fight part of it. But we do know there is at least one Titan in the wall for sure. There is at least one. We did see that. And it is quite large because the Colossal Titan was, would I say like 50 meters? I don't know what that translates to in feet. Let me look it up. Approximately 164 feet. Dang. Okay, well, the Colossal Titan was approximately 164 feet. And the Titan that was inside the wall, we saw is like right here. And we saw this right here. And the top of the wall was like right here. So that means if the Titan inside the wall was not 50 meters, it was close to it. Which means there could be several hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of practically 164 feet Titans inside the wall. How was he planning to get those Titans out of the wall to fight them if they actually called his bluff? I don't know. Awaken them? But they were all like sun deprived or whatever. So wouldn't it take them a while to recharge? I don't know what exactly his plan was. But maybe that's why he didn't, like every time the Bryce family ate another one of their family members, they never wanted to free humanity because turns out they fled and the king was a I don't want to fight them type of guy. That's interesting. That's not necessarily what I thought it was gonna be. I think I thought it was gonna be like, I don't know, they're like some bigger monsters out there that the king was trying to protect them from or something, but this... Okay, so wait. If Zeke is fighting for the Marleyans, who is supposedly a group of people whose ancestors were oppressed by the Eldians, then in his mind, let's say he's been brainwashed by them and he, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't consider himself an Eldian. He's been brainwashed by the Marleyans and believes he's one of them. So, by saying that humanity, who would have been the people that the old king, who would have been part of the Eldians, would, by saying, basically believing that that humanity did this to themselves. They all deserve to die. It's their fault. Yada yada. He is using Marleyan. I feel like I don't know if I'm saying the people's name right, because the more I say it and the farther I get from having been watched that, the more I don't remember the name. We're gonna call it Marleyans. The Marleyans are descendants of people who used their Titan ability to oppress his ancestors. And, however, though, they have been ruling for years. So tell me why the Marleyans as a people started to oppress their oppressors and yet still wanted to go after the sector of oppressors who didn't want to fight them. After so long, like after, well, they said it was like, Grish's father said it had been 80 years. So it had been 80 years and he was a kid, and then 15 years later, he's about to get pushed off the wall. So that's like 95 years. And by the time we get to where we are now in humanity, at least 100 years. So I don't know what's been going on in Marleyan land, but y'all have been ruling for like a century now at least. Why would the Marleyans still be seeking to use Zeke, who is clearly now their super soldier weapon man, to still take over or recover the king's ability? But the thing is, it didn't look like the Marleyans were using Titan abilities. It was just all regular people. And then they were pushing people off the wall to become Titans. But it didn't look like in their civilization that they had that they were using Titans. So then maybe that wouldn't make sense. Because the descendants of Titans would have been the people that were oppressing the Marleyans. So then why would they want to use the Titans? No, maybe I'm way off there. Unless, so when he was saying you're not like your father, he was talking about Grisha. So confusing. I feel like I'm in the realm, but maybe like not. I don't know. And this is like super long for no reason. And I'm like really trying to think it through, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So it's too much to try and sift through right now. So I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying? If you made it to this point in the video, thank you so much for watching with me. This is a long one. Yeah, if you liked it, please leave a like. If you want to see more from me, consider subscribing. If you're interested in more reactions like these, but you want them uncut and early with some exclusive content, you can check out my Patreon, or you can become a member of the channel. Both of those links are in the description. Other than that, it's gonna be a wrap on this one, but I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Welcome to the party. It's your watch time friend. If you're seeing me, if you're listening,